Hi, everyone. Today we're going to learn how to cite your sources in a responsible way. Let's say your teacher has given you a research project and you have to look up information about dragonflies. Well, you're probably going to go online to find information first before you go looking for books and other materials. So a great resource for you is to go to Kittle, which is a search engine. Now, once you get into Kittle, you need to put in your search term. Our term in this case is dragonflies. I'm going to use the singular form dragonfly. And I will click on the little button there, and it comes to this page. Now, on this page, there's a lot of information. At the very top, you can see that there's a page named Dragonfly on Kittle Encyclopedia. This gray box is full of ads. These are places that want you to spend money. Don't go there. And then everything beneath the ad box are other websites that give you information about dragonflies. And there's a ton of pages that give you information about dragonflies. So you can go to lots of different places. But first, we're going to go to the Kittle Encyclopedia and see what we can find out there. So you click on it and you come to this page. Now, when you're doing research, it is much faster if you know the questions you want to answer. So when you do, say, like a KWL chart or a brain mapping page or any way that you've brainstormed what you want to research, you should have come up with some questions. Now, the reason why you want to come up with questions is so that you don't waste a lot of time rereading things that you already know about. So we have come to this page. We have dragonflies for facts for kids. Lots of information here. Maybe you had a question about the life cycle of a dragonfly. So you'll just scroll down until you see something like reproduction. You might know what that means, you might not, but you know what eggs are. So you can read these two paragraphs, which talks about eggs, larvae, which is also the child form, the baby form of um, dragonflies. You might want to go ahead and read about larvae. Then it talks about adults. If you had questions about flight, you might want to, like, maybe you want to know how fast they can fly. So you're going to scan through and you're going to see they can take off at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. That's really fast. So you're going to collect the information you want. But before you start writing down the information, before you start reading, glance through it, see if there's information you want to keep. And if the answer is yes, there is information you want to keep, then go down to the bottom of this article and look at the um, cited the citing information. Cite this source. So it says that we can use the information as long as we follow the attribution and share alike license. Attribution basically means you have to tell your reader where you found the information. You have to tell who, the name of the title of the article. You have to tell the author, the title of the article, the title of the book or magazine or website that you found it in. Okay, this is all attribution, and Kittle has given you permission to use their information as long as you tell your reader, whether your reader's your teacher or other classmates or your friends, you need to tell them where you found your information. So on your index card or your sticky note or your notebook, wherever you're writing your notes, you need to write down the title of the article, which is Dragonfly Facts for Kids, where you found it, Kittle Encyclopedia. It was published, it was last modified means changed, so somebody came in and added more information on the 16th of July, 2021. Okay, that's when it was last modified. And the last piece of information you need is where is the URL, which is up here, kids.kittle.co/dragonfly. And then you also need to write down the date that you looked at it because you never know when they're going to come back and change the information and modify it again. So you need to know the date that you access the information so that if it's different, you'll know why. So you can write all that down, then go back and pull the information that you want to know. For example, you wanted to know that they travel 35 miles per hour. Um, you might wanted to know about, the larvae or the eggs or whatever information is useful that answers your questions, you will write down from this article. And that's all you have to do. Now, there is a second way that you can cite the source. And that way is pretty easy if you're careful. You will need to find the website called APA Citation Generator. It's a free tool. You might want to let your teacher know about this, and maybe she can bookmark it for you, or your parents can help you find it and bookmark it. Now, this website is intended for older kids, high school, college, adults to use, so it's a little bit complicated. So listen carefully. There's two places that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the website. You can do journal, article, book, report, or image. We will talk about image in another video. But for the website, we're going to do website because we're doing information online. Go back to the top of your article that you just read, and you just took down all the information you need. We're going to copy the URL, which is found in the search bar up at the top. We're going to come back over to the citation generator. We're going to click on the website there, and there's a bar right here, and we're going to paste our URL into that bar. Click on it, and if we're lucky, all the information that you need will be automatically put in. So it found the article, so we're lucky. We click on the article, and now all the information is filled in. Most of the information is filled in. We have the title, we have the URL. We don't know the authors, they weren't listed in the article, so we can click the box that says unknown. We do know the publication date. Remember, it was the 16th of July, which is the 7th month of 2021, because that's the last time that article was modified or updated. So Kittle Encyclopedia had republished it on that date. You can click today for the date accessed. So that's the day that we have looked at this article. And the website is Kittle Encyclopedia. Now, all you have to do is tap on Cite Source, and here it is in the format that it needs. You can click on it to copy it, and then you can paste it onto a Word document to keep it for later. And there it is in the exact form that even college professors would be really impressed that you know how to do this. So you have the title of the article right there. You have the date that it was published in parentheses. That's not, whether it's in parentheses or not really isn't that important at this stage as an elementary student, but it's good to know. And then you have the book or magazine or newspaper or in this case encyclopedia title where you found it, when you retrieved it because we retrieved it from a website, and lastly the URL where it was retrieved. We do works cited pages for several reasons. One reason is because if you don't tell your reader where you found the information, that means you're stealing that information, and people get really upset when you steal their ideas. Another reason why we do a works cited page is because if your reader is really interested in the topic, they can go and read more. Maybe they wanted to find out more about the culture of dragonflies, which is the culture is how people feel and think about dragonflies, and maybe they're more interested in that. But you didn't include any information because that's not what you were interested in. So it's a way for your reader to be able to go and find more information. So two very important reasons why we do a works cited page. We call it works cited. Another title, a different title, could be references. You'll see papers with that word as the title, or you can also have bibliography. That's really good if you've used a lot of books instead of online resources. But works cited is what you'll see most often. So you'll probably want to do 2 or 3 different sources. So you'll need 2 or 3 different entries that look like this. The next video will be telling you how to use images without stealing them. So happy writing!